Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Jupiter. I am Reverend John Denny. So grateful to be here. Thank you all for coming today. I cannot tell you how grateful I am to be here and now as the minister. So if no one's told you they love you today, let me be the first. I love you. And if you haven't had the chance to tell someone you love them today, please turn to the person next to you and give a little love. So as you all know, unity is a practical, positive approach to Christianity. So right there, I love you, thank you, I am sorry. That is the simplest, practical approach to Christianity there is. It's really hard to have any problems with those three thoughts. So when we use them more and more and more, we are practicing Christianity, practicing love, I love you, practicing gratitude, thank you all for coming. Practicing forgiveness. Each of those things releases us from the bonds. So, super happy that's what we're doing here. Practical Christianity, learning how to use it more and more in our lives. So God is good. All the time. All the time. Ron Boba's in town. And if you'll join me with our statement of faith found on the monitor. There is only one power and one presence in the universe, God, the good omnipotent. So take that inside for a second. One power. And the one power is God. And we know God is love. So this one power is love. And we can use it right or we can use it wrong. But here at Unity, we're using it correctly. And we know this power of love is omnipotent. It is the only power. It's omnipresent, everywhere present at the same time, in each and every one of us. And most incredible of all, it's omniscient. It knows every thought in our mind and every hair on our head. That's the incredible thing. We live in an intelligent universe. So again, thank you all for coming. I'd like to welcome our special musical guest today, Jen Erickson. So Jen was here about 5 or 6 weeks ago. 5 or 6. Then about 3 or 4 weeks ago, she had brain surgery. And now she's back with us again. And back with us in perfect health, perfect harmony. And you know something? Never once did I see her really show any fear. She was just in love through this entire experience. And I know that there was fear. There must have been, because we all had fear for her, because who has brain surgery and not has some fear? I mean, just the idea of brain surgery is scary. So we are so lucky to have her back, and it's such a blessing to be able to have her here with us today. She is an inspiration. So whoever needs a little uplift today, hang out with Jen, and I'm sure she'll lift you right up. So again, our affirmation for today, before I forget again, I am here now. That's one thing, here now. So if I was going to make an appointment to see you guys, we'd have to have two things. We'd have to know when and where. One of them wouldn't really work. If you knew when you were going to meet me, we'd have to be searching for each other. And if you knew where you were going to meet me, we'd have to wait a long time. If we have to know where and when. So as we go into today's talk, that's what we'll sort of be looking at. So now, if you'll all rise, we'll sing our opening song, and then we'll get to be blessed by Jen.
Right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
I'm back. Brain surgery is scary, but if you have tools in your toolbox to navigate through uncertainty and things, what you don't, if you don't know something, you don't know. I didn't know what it was going to be like, so how could I judge it? I wasn't going to do it. So brain surgery was a piece of cake. Once they knocked me out. And then when I woke up, I was like, whoa, what do you mean I'm done? Oh, I didn't tell you. Let me tell you really quick. I told you I had an aneurysm and it was, of certain size. I didn't think it was really that big of a deal. He put 10 coils. That sounds like a lot. 10 coils and a 22 millimeter stent. So if you know anything about guns, like a 22 millimeter bullet, that's how long my stent is. So yeah, in my brain, and I don't have a scar. All right. So I have a big file in my cabinet of lyrics to songs that I start and I don't finish. So while I was out getting my brain fixed, I was only out for 4 days. I went right back to work. But I pulled out my file and I went through some of the lyrics and I put a song together. And it's called On the Way. I don't want to blast you. I packed a bag of dreams and dancing shoes, rolled the windows down, let the wild wind choose, took the long road out where the map gets torn, chasing something more than just being born. Met a poet in the diner pouring hearts in her tea, said the world needs your fire, go and let it be free. So I smiled at the sky, felt my soul catch a flame. Every stranger just a friend with a different name. I'm on a ride, on a mission, on a quest for life, with a beat in my chest and my hopes held tight. Sharing love, singing loud, making joy my guide. I'm not lost, I'm alive, I'm just on the way. Hey, 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 hey. I'm just on the way. Hey, 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 hey. Losing my pick. Skipping stones of kindness in a canyon wide, trading stories with a drummer and a butterfly. Every mile's a message, every lap's a clue. That's the magic I've been chasing, always breaking through. Build a campfire with a band of barefoot hearts. play a song about the mess that becomes our art. We were wild, we were weird, but we made it sing. Found the truth in the tremble of a tambourine. I'm on a ride, on a mission, on a quest for life. With a beat in my chest and my hopes held tight. Sharing love, singing loud, making joy my guide. Not lost, I'm alive. I'm just on the way. Hey, 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 hey. I'm just on the way. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, the stars don't shine for the still and safe. They light up the roads that the dreamers take. So I follow the rhythm, I follow the signs, and I give what I got every step of the climb. Hey there, you with the halfway plan. Just start where you are, be your biggest fan. The world needs your voice, your dance, your weird. So shake off the doubt and step into gear. I'm on a ride, on a mission, on a quest for life. With a beat in my chest and my hopes held high. Sharing love, singing loud, making joy my guide. I'm not lost, I'm alive. I'm just on the way. Hey, 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 hey. I'm just on the way. Hey, 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 hey. One more time, on the way. Hey, 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 hey. I'm just on the way. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. First time ever. Thank you.
Hello and welcome, everyone. We're so glad you're here with us today. I am Sandy Simons. Today's daily word is prosperity. Please read the daily word affirmation from the monitor with me. My prosperity is unlimited. I claim my good now. After King Darius hauled an unbitten Daniel from the lion's den, the king wrote to other nations to praise the divine power that delivered this Hebrew prophet by taming hungry beasts. Overcome by divine goodness, Darius prayed for abundant prosperity among the people of the ancient world. Today, the lions I face may be rising prices when shopping and greater costs for basic needs. Even in that den of apparent lack, my prosperity is unlimited. In prayer, I claim my good, grateful to live in an abundant universe. I pray that cooperative interaction with others who are seeking their own prosperity brings an end to poverty and establishes world peace. I claim prosperity for myself and all others. Then King Darius wrote to all peoples and nations of every language throughout the whole world, "May you have abundant prosperity," Daniel 6:25. Okay, here's what's happening this week at Unity of Jupiter. Monday evening at 7 p.m., there's a Course of Miracles class led by Sean Taker. Tuesday morning at 10 a.m., there's a yoga and somatic class led by Patricia Carroll. The prayer and meditation group led by Pam Sosten meets at noon on Wednesday. Sunday morning at 11:15 in the quiet room in the back of the sanctuary, the Harmony Exercise with Reverend John Denny. The classes meet in the all-purpose room downstairs, and all are welcomed. I'm going to invite Kimberly up. She's going to talk a little bit about her class.
Thank you. So we're getting ready to do a class in September. It's called Crucial Conversations. Has anyone ever had a conversation where your heart was racing and you were scared to share what you authentically needed to share? Or maybe you were going along your day with your spouse, having a great day, and then all of a sudden the conversation goes whoop, and you're like, oh dear, I'm in uncharted territory. I didn't know I was going to offend them or upset them. How do you handle that? Or maybe you're at work and you have the CEO and you have to give authentic feedback to the CEO without getting fired. Well, we're going to talk about all these things. We're going to add tools to your spiritual toolbox, as Jen said, so that in these situations, you can approach it and create a safe space for you and the other person, because usually the stakes are high and the emotions run even higher. How to check your emotions so that you can be calm in the face of a storm. And then we're also going to look at tools that you can use that make that other person feel heard in the pool of meaning. So it's going to be a really cool class for 6 weeks. There's flyers out there. They're kind of purple and white. So if you see a purple and white flyer, grab it. This is the first one we're really offering in person and on Zoom. So the Zoom connection is out there. It's a QR code. You just scan it. You can register online. In person, it'll be a love offering. We usually do $20 a week. Online, you're going to go ahead and register online for the full 6 weeks. So just, join us. We'd love to have you, and you'll get some new tools for your spiritual toolbox. Thanks. Oh, and it starts September 16th at 6:30 p.m.
Thank you, Kimberly. Please join us today for connection and fellowship after the service in Fellowship Hall. Thank to all of you who provide food for our fellowship and those who serve, clean up, and make it all possible. Is there anybody here today for the first time? Please let us know that you want you to feel welcomed, and we also want you to feel wanted. Please take a welcoming packet from the table to the right of the foyer as you are leaving. Then join us in Fellowship Hall across the walkway for some good food, good conversation, and amazing connections. Just follow everyone else across the terrace to Fellowship Hall. Everyone else, please check the table in the foyer for our current calendar events and other flyers. You may also find more info on our website, unityofjupiter.org. And now to lead us in meditation, let us all join in singing Surely the Presence.
I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Now, just take a breath and bring your focus and attention inside your body. Relaxing the body from the head down to the toes. Just using the breath and letting go of all the tension in any part of your body. Getting into the here and now. That's really why we pray and meditate, to get into this present moment. And last week I talked about the time is now. And this week the place is here. The space that we're all occupying this morning is right here, right now. And how do we get ourselves here? So the first thing that came to me was our beautiful stained glass windows. So just opening your eyes and looking up at these stained glass windows, because our five senses bring us into the present moment, bring us into the here and now. So looking at these beautiful windows, just taking in all those different colors, and then just taking a deep breath and using the smell of the air, feeling it come into our bodies. We can only do that in the now, right in this present moment. Take a breath. And we can only make affirmations right here, right now. So I am perfect health now, perfect harmony now. Just establishing those states in our mind that we wish to be. And then giving a thought of thanks, a deep thought of gratitude, always brings us back to this present moment, this here and now, where we are one with God. God is, I am. So let us take a moment and send this love to each other. Send this harmony to one another. Each person in this room filled with the love of God. And we take it and we send it out to our families and our friends and the places where we live and work, to our homes and our communities, to our countries and our planet. And we know what we send out must be returned to us multiplied. If we see harmony, we will have harmony. If we see abundant supply, we will have abundant supply. If we have peace in our hearts, we can see peace in the world. So just taking that thought of gratitude, I am grateful. Just taking it into the silence for just a few minutes, for just a few seconds. I am grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you'll join me in the Lord's Prayer to finish this time of prayer and meditation. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
When I woke up from my surgery, there was a blood pressure machine on this arm, and I had 2 IVs, well, 3. I had an arterial line and 2 IVs in this arm, and they kept pumping up my arm, for like every 15 minutes. And every time that they did that, the light of God surrounds me. I am light. The love of God enfolds me. I kept saying that. I did it probably 8 hours. Stacy had enough. She was like, why were you doing that? I said, I was just staying in the moment, in alignment, and staying, I didn't know what was going to happen. I, woke up in ICU. Brain surgery, it's wild. The one, oops. This is a song by Sloan Wainwright. It's called If You Want to Be Happy. And the key to that is keep your mind off your thoughts. If you want to be happy, keep your mind off your thoughts. Focus on the things you have and not what you haven't got. Thoughts will keep you up at night, they'll drive you to the brink. Thoughts will make you crazy, don't believe all that you think. If happy. If you want to be happy, gotta give up, be careful what you say. Resist the urge to criticize when things don't go your way. Can't make yourself feel better, putting other people down. Remember, words will hurt you when they come back around. If you want to be happy, if you want to be happy, gotta give up control. Take your hands off the wheel, let the dice roll. When you give up competition, there can be no power play. Trust the mystery and let the chips fall where they may. If you want, if you want, to be happy. Yeah. Never listen to the crazy thoughts that you have.
Thank you, Jen. Just kind of gave a little of my sermon away there. She was in ICU with the PICC lines in her things and the other thing going off, and she kept repeating the prayer for protection. So she found herself in a place she didn't really want to be, but made the best of it. And she changed her thoughts and was able to deal with the situation. That's how we get ourselves back into this present moment, this here and now. That's really what a lot of my talk is about today. But again, so grateful to have her. So I'm going to start my talk today with a quote from Ram Dass, which really came from last week's talk, but it says, "The cosmic humor is if you desire to move mountains and you continue to purify yourself, ultimately you will arrive at a place where you are able to move mountains. But in order to arrive at this position, you will have had to give up being that person who wants to move mountains and realize you're the one who put the mountains there in the first place." So the humor is finally when you have the power to move the mountains, you are the person who placed it there, so there the mountain stays, because it's in our consciousness. So putting together this talk, a song came in my mind, and I couldn't shake it. It kind of stayed in my mind all week. Now, I didn't hear the song, but it just sort of came back to me. And part of the song goes like this: "Right here, right now, there is no other place I want to be. Right here, right now, there is no other place I want to be." If you can have that thought, that'll get you in the present moment. Right here, right now, watching the world wake up from history. You guys all heard that song? Right here, right. So I'm not one to sing it. I won't even try. But waking up from history. So I looked it up. Does anyone know who sang that song? His name is Jesus. Jesus Jones, not Jesus Christ, but Jesus Jones is the guy who sang that song. So it's kind of funny when I had it in my mind, and I'm like, I wonder who sang this song. I look it up, Jesus Jones. So at least we got Jesus in there somehow. So watching the world wake up from history, that's what we're all trying to do. I talked about it last week. It's so easy to visualize the problems we have made and the mistakes we have made and recreate them over and over again and then blame the universe for it happening, because it's hard to come up with a new one sometimes. So what's the difference between the here and now? We know space, and we've heard space and time and all these things. And so I was really looking at it because last week it was the time is now, and this week the place is here. So how do we take that time and space and separate them? And the more I really tried to do it, the harder it became. So like I said before, if I want to meet you guys, we have to decide a time and a place. Going to meet you here. When and where are we going to meet each other? So if I say I'll meet you at the beach, say at 1 o'clock, or if I'll meet you Monday at 1, you're going to say where. If I say I'll meet you at the beach, you're going to say when. So we need to know the when and where. One doesn't seem to be able to do too good without the other. The difference between time and space. So metaphysically speaking, time is the unfolding of God's plan. We have to let it happen. It's going to happen in its own time. The caterpillarness I talked about last week. You have to go through the caterpillar before we can be the butterfly. So, and then space, so time is the unfolding of God's plan, and space is the realm of God, where he exists. So the here is related to space, and now is related to time. They're separate, but really hard to talk about without talking about the other one. So our bodies are in the here and now almost by default. We're all kind of sitting here. Our minds are not. Our minds are very seldom in the here and now, and so we don't know where our mind is. You can all be sitting here, but you can all be like, oh, I'm over at my house, or I can be anywhere I want to be. So being in this present moment, how do we get in this here and now? How do we get in the bodies? Our minds are kind of in the here and now by default because even if I'm thinking about the future or the past, I'm having to do it right now. So as I, daydreamed in school and things like that, and the teacher's like, well, John, I'm not even, what? You're not even there, but you're there. So we get caught in the future or the past, we're still in the now. So mentally, we seem to miss it. So how do we get back in the now? The 5 senses seem to smelling the roses, looking at the trees, using our sight and our smell and our taste. All the 5 senses seem to get us back in the here and now. If we can see it, taste it, smell it, or touch it, we're doing it in this present moment. And we know God is omnipresent, right? Everywhere present at the same time. So if space is the unfolding, if space is the realm of God, it's what's holding us all together. What holds the planets in where they are? They're held in space. This is strange, like why aren't they pulling apart or pulling together? Because something is perfect. Something holds them perfectly in space. So for us, we just have to believe that's God. God must be holding the planets in perfect space. There's no other thing that can be happening. So the realm of God. What holds our bodies together? Same thing. They say that the cells in our body are actually not even touching each other. They're all held together by this little membrane of space. So the where and the when. So I can't really separate time and space, and I guess Einstein couldn't either because he came up with this idea called space-time. And space-time is where the intersection of a particular point in space with this moment in time, where those two things interact. Now, each of us is occupying a different space-time. We're all at the same time, but we're all in a different point in space. So we each have these space-times. And there's a real connection between the two. And where do they connect for us as metaphysicians, as metaphysical masters? They connect in the here and the now. And that's what I've really been talking about this past week, how we bring these 2 concepts together and make them work for us. So space has 3 dimensions and time has 1. I asked this to my decorator wife yesterday, and I was like, what are the 3 dimensions of space? Thinking she'd know them right away. But they are length, width, and height, right? And then time has 1, which is forward momentum. So where and when. So let's not split hairs. If we're going to talk about the here, we'll talk about the now. We'll know they're both here and now. And now we get into what Jen was talking about. How do we find ourselves in places we don't want to be and make the best of it and be present and actually be there? So metaphysically describes our own space-time. Here and now describes our own space-time. So we get out of the future and we get out of the now and into the future and the past in our thoughts, like her song just said, in our imagination. So we have to learn to redirect them and bring them into the present moment. Most of us are not even partially in the here and now most of the time. Many people are so concerned and so emotional turmoil they can't even get in the here and now. So I understand why the Fillmores set up this organization. They wanted you to go find the principles of whatever church or organization you could find them, but then come learn how to use them. Come learn how to say, I love you, thank you, I am sorry. Because why? We want our relationships stronger. We want our lights to shine brighter. The whole reason we come to Unity is to be able to take Christian principles out into the world and make our lives better and everyone else's better that we come in contact with. So how do we do it? Where are some places where we didn't want to be, where we ended up? The first was school. I mentioned that before. I was never really good at school, but I'd be sitting in class. I was there, but I was already at sporting practice. I wasn't even in the room. My mind was completely out of there. It's not that I wanted to be somewhere in the future. I was there in the present. I was just daydreaming, already being at practice. So going there now. Being in the now, but wanting to be somewhere else. So I've always said, I can be miserable on Maui or happy in Harlem. It doesn't really matter where I am. It matters what I am inside. So people look at it, they're like, oh, if only I lived on Maui, I'd be happy forever. Or if only I was in this place. Well, I love that saying, wherever I go, there I am. I can't escape me. I can keep trying to change my physical condition and my physical circumstances, but every time I get there, there I am. So it wasn't the place. You'll find people who go to Maui for their honeymoon. I want to go back so bad. And, I was happy because I was there. It was the best place ever. And I think to myself, I'm like, no, it really wasn't. You were really happy at that point in time. So you said it was Maui, but actually it was that point in time where we were happy. And that's what we have to see. So it's not where we are, and it's not what's happening to us most of the time. It's what's going on inside of us. Another place where we don't want to be, which Jen pointed out, is the dentist. So I went to the dentist last week. Do you know I've been going to the same dentist for 16 years? I can sit in my dentist chair and look at this window. I go to the dentist right there in that building at the bottom of the hill. And so when we got this job, I was like, wow, I get to go to a place. I could walk down to the dentist the other day. But we don't like the dentist, right? It's an uncomfortable place to be. So what actions can we take to stay there? One, repeating a prayer like Jen did, breathing like the heart math, bringing ourselves into calmness when we're in a situation like a doctor's office or something like that. Imagining that where we do want to be. Oh, I'm in a beautiful place right now. I'm on a lake. And actually bringing yourself out of the dentist office just to give yourself that calm of the place you want to be. That's what we're trying to change inside ourselves. How many people hate their jobs? I hate my job, I hate my boss, I hate my work. Well, you want to expand time and make things take a real long time, that's the best way to do it, is hating the situation you're in. That just seems to make minutes take way longer. And the best way to get out of it, the best way to get out of a thing you don't like to do is do the best you can. Show up 100% of the time. Make everyone's day there better, and you will find yourself getting promoted out of that situation. So people think it's okay to be miserable at work, and then they wonder why they have bad luck and they're stubbing their toes and things aren't going right. It's a cause and effect relationship. We have to at least make a sincere effort to be happy on a daily basis. You can't be walking around sucking the life out of the world, expecting the world to give you your blessings. Like attracts like. So when we choose to have a bad attitude, you can have it, just know it comes at a cost. So we have to be grateful for our employment. Another thing that gets us back in the here and now is finding things to be grateful for. So everyone's job, thank you for the money it gives me. Thank you that I have a job and a place to go. Just quickly switching it around, bringing it back to an emotional reward. Summer camp. I don't know why I wrote this one down, because I hated going away to camp. But once you got there, critical mass was quickly achieved, and most everyone was having fun at summer camp, right? So even though you didn't want to be there, quickly you kind of, went with the flow. You can't beat them, join them. So you wanted to be part of the fun and not part of it. Self-help retreats. Barry and I, when we first got married, and even before we got married, we'd sign up for these self-help retreats. Well, she never wanted to be here now. It was like a struggle to get her there. And she's like, I'm doing this for you. I don't want to do this. What if they won't let us, what if we don't like it? And we'd have all these reasons to not go. And then we'd go, and we'd have these incredible, enlightening moments and be even closer after the week. But there was always a little struggle getting there. And, our first retreat actually was, we were on a plane and we met Charlie Thweet, and he told us about this retreat they were doing in Hawaii. So we signed up for it and we ended up going, and it was like Barry was fighting it the whole way, and we ended up having a really good time. But standing in line for the airplane, she's like, well, what if I hate it? And I'm like, well, we'll just leave. And Alan Cohen is the person right behind us in line listening to our whole conversation. So you never know. You always be careful where you are. So, and then one that really came to me this week, because I was flying last week, is airports. So why are airports so stressful? Why is traveling such a stressful situation most of the time? And it came to me because when you're in an airport, you're in a large group of people, and everyone is trying to be somewhere else. Everyone has a destination, and they really want to get there. They need their upgrade. They need their, luggage checked, whatever. But everybody is in the future. So you find very few people in the present. And I think we may miss so many connections at the airports or at other places where we don't want to be. If we just relaxed and sat down, I think God would probably be connecting us with a lot of people. I've had some really good connections in airports. But we end up just missing the whole journey. The joy of traveling is in the journey, and the way we go about it, we miss the whole journey because we just want to be where we're going so bad, we miss the experience of going there. So we end up really missing the whole journey and ruining our own fun a lot of times. So, but I think one of the reasons in the airport is because you have the collective conscience, or that critical mass of everybody not being present. I told you guys I went and worked at that jail, a maximum security jail with tons of people there for life sentences. And there was in jail, it's kind of like the airport, no one wants to be there, right? So you have this really unsettling feeling. But then when you work with the people who are there with life sentences, it's a different feeling. I imagine they still don't want to be there, but they found a way to be there and maintain their peace. And accept the situation and make the best of the situation. Because they know they're not going anywhere, so the ones who really end up thriving and, having spiritual awakenings, becoming lawyers or whatever they do, they make the best of that situation, even though we know they don't want to be there. Another one is affirmations. Like I said before, we were talking about something that really helps me get back into here and now when my mind starts to go into fear and worry. It's just affirming everything's okay, it's all right, I am love, I love you, thank you. Just coming back to those thoughts, it changes the vibration in our bodies. And that's really what we're trying to do, because if we're out of vibe, life's no fun. And as soon as we get back into it, it really helps it. So metaphysical mastery is being able to identify and replace those thoughts that take us out of peace. As soon as I start to enter into it, I'm like, cancel. So it will all be better when? No, it's all good now. Everything's good now. Why'd I do that? Regret? No, I'm sorry I did that. It's all well. So it's not that people are horrible or the airlines are horrible or anything else. It's us not being in the present moment when we travel. I don't care if your plane's delayed for a day. We can still be in a good mood. It's not an excuse to suddenly be in a really bad mood. So people are not present there. So how do we do it? How do we get and keep ourselves in the here and now? Alan Watts, you guys ever hear Alan Watts? He gives this talk and he says, you only have one dish to wash. So to me, life is like a huge stack of dishes, right? You walk in and it's just like, oh my God, how long is that going to take? It seems insurmountable. But Alan Watts says you only have one dish to wash. So you go over to that pile, that big pile of life, and you take one dish and you wash that one dish. And you put that dish away, and then you only have one dish to wash again. So you wash the next dish. And it's attacking life like that, knowing there's always going to be a big pile of dishes. I always liked it, the day people would get so worked up, I said the day we die, our inboxes are going to be full, right? Our post office box is mail is going to come, and our life is going to be full, and there's going to be lots to do things. So just know that. It's never going to get all done. We just have to, it seems insurmountable, but if we just do one thing at a time, it makes it so much easier. We only have one dish to wash at a time. So right here, right now, there's no other place I'd rather be. Right here, right now, watching the world wake up from history. Waking up. That's what I hope we're all doing. Because our history is not our destiny. Another Alan Cohen quote, our history is not our destiny. Any moment we are free to make new choices and create a new destiny. So our history does not have to be our destiny, but our history is our destiny quite often when we're letting it run on autopilot, because we start to create the same thoughts and make the same mistakes over and over again. So in our imagination, all things are possible. Imagine peace and happiness and all the things we want to be right here, right now. Wherever you are, be there. If you can be fully present now, you will know what it means to live. Steve Goodyear, who's an author. So accept where I am here now, we are here now. Make the best of every situation, whether it be work, play, or fun, just give it 100% and be there, because that'll make it also go by as fast as we can. Wanting to be right here, right now. Just like that song says, right here, right now, there's no other place that I want to be. Gratitude. The conscious use of gratitude over and over. There is nothing that gets us back into this present moment faster than thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful. And if thank you was the only prayer you ever said, it would probably be enough. I love that. So, and then the 5 senses. The hobby, the golf, the sports, whatever it is, using our bodies to bring ourselves back into the here and now. So wherever you are and wherever you're going, be here now. Thank you so much for coming today. I hope you all have a great week, and be here now.
Now we move into our celebration of abundance, our opportunity to give back from our financial abundance. There are many ways to give. You can drop your gift in the offering bags going around. You can also text your donation to 561-581-1119 or give by debit or credit card after today's service in our office located downstairs. Most of these options can be set up for automatic reoccurring giving. To keep our time of giving sacred, I'd like you now to take your gift in your hands and bless it. You're planting the seeds to your own prosperity and giving back to God from the abundance that has already been provided for you. Breathe life into your gift and thank God that you have this gift to give. Now affirm with me the ovatory blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
What else was I going to tell you? Oh, so after I got out of the hospital, I was only in the hospital for 24 hours, and when I got out of the hospital, when I woke up, I had to lay flat for 8 hours. That's really impossible. That was the worst. That's probably why I was doing the prayer of protection every time my blood pressure, because I was laying flat, and it was the hardest thing. Whew. It was rough. But after I got home, I was, just in the hospital 24 hours. I had to behave myself for 5 days. On the 5th day, I got up and I went paddle boarding. So the Sunday after my surgery, I woke up I got up and I paddle boarded. So that was great. Stacy went when I went out, she went down to the park and she texted me on my phone, and I look at my phone and she goes, "Look over here." And then she was on the beach and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Making sure you're all right." So this is a song by Amy Steinberg, another posse musician, and it's called "Burning into the High." Under the surface, beneath the wake, in the cold black quiet of my deepest place, there's a pressure moving, and the winds about me whirl. It's a sense of time, turning me into a pearl. I'm not afraid to face the fire, to walk to the top of the highest peak. And when my wings become weak and tired, I will flex my faith, let go, and leap. The hardest healing feels its feeling, breaking the ceiling, moving into the sky. And the greatest glory stops telling the same stories, rises from the fury, burning into the high. Oh, 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 burning into the high. We all have secrets and scars of shame. The place is wild that we wish to tame. But no matter how that we try to hide, what we're ever hiding shows up on the other side. I'm not afraid to face the fire, to walk to the top of the highest peak. And when my arms become weak and tired, I will flex my faith, let go, and leap. The hardest healing feels its feeling, breaking the ceiling, moving into the sky. And the greatest glory stops telling the same story, rises from the fury, burning into the high. Oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, burning into the high. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, burning into the high. Thank you very much. I love you all so very much. What's that? What? Oh, see, I got you.
Play and stay, play and stay. Well, they're going to play and stay. Thank you all again for coming. Just a deep thought of gratitude. I am grateful. And I can't tell you how that changes life, at least for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if we could bring the gifts forward and the prayers forward, I'd like to thank everyone for their giving. And as we bring these gifts forward, let us give a thought of thanks. And we give a thought of thanks for abundant supply, which is God's law. And God's law is enough and to spare for every need now. Always enough and some left over for every need. So we see all these gifts multiplied, covering every need of this ministry. And we see each person in this room blessed in abundant supply. Accept your abundance, because God created it for each and every one of us. We are a majority. And we say, thank you, God, for abundant supply. And we take all the prayers in this prayer box and we put them in God's hands. I like to call it placing them into right action. We let them happen. We know God is omniscient. He already knows the answer to all these prayers and what needs to be done to answer all of them. But we place them in this box for our own peace of mind, knowing they're all working out in perfect order. We say, thank you, God. And now, if you'll all rise, we'll sing our closing song, followed by the prayer for protection.